Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Stock, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Today, I'm talking about three different opportunities in the stock market. I've discussed each of these three before. However, I believe that there's still significant opportunity there. And well, I think one of them just got a little bit sweeter, and especially because of the timing. We are near the end of August, which means that we're getting into the last third of the calendar year, and that's going to be absolutely incredible. There's going to be some selling coming up from people cutting some of their losses for tax advantages. And then also towards the end of the year, we also have CCIV's production coming up on the Lucid Air. So that's going to be absolutely awesome for them. So that's one of the stocks that I have for you. Another one made a huge jump in the after hours yesterday after some news came out, and also continued some strength that we have in the pre-market. I think that this might be the thing that finally turns it around and starts sending it back up towards those 12-month price targets that we've been seeing put out there for that company, and it's going to continue its upward run. So we're going to watch for that. And then finally, one more that also today is some interesting timing on it, and so I have a little bit of coverage there for you as well. So stick around and let's get ready to rock. Welcome back. If you like this video, then why don't you hit that button, yo? It's way too early in the morning. I probably shouldn't be recording right now, but if you do like this video, hit the like button. And if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. And if you want me never to sing again, just put that down in the comments, please. I like your videos, but please don't sing in them. And, I can respect that as well. If you want to increase that level of support, you can check out Moomoo and Webull. That would be supporting yourself because you sign up and deposit your money. And what that does gives you free stocks. You get 2 from Webull, you get 4 from Moomoo. And the values on those are astronomical. Right now, Moomoo gives you a pretty decent return on your money, especially I think if you deposit like $100, you get a free share of GM stock. There's also other incentives. Like $2,000 is also an important mark for some of those, the bigger incentives that Moomoo has. So check that out, and hopefully you get some good stocks thrown your way. It's free money either way, so why not? Plus, it gives you access to the Hang Seng, which is down significantly right now compared to what we have in the U.S. markets, with them being very toppy at that moment. And then also Webull, you can sign up, deposit your money. I believe it's $5 right now, and gives you up to like $2,300 in free stocks. So check those links out. Also down in the description, you'll find a link for the Patreon if you want to further increase your support and also hear the news as I find it. And I post it in there and see what I'm buying, selling, my growth portfolio, dividend portfolio, weekly watch list, weekly newsletter. All that stuff is over there. And you can also talk to me in the Discord, and also the other patrons that I have over there. They're an excellent group of individuals, and we're all there for the same thing, looking for opportunities for ways that we can better ourselves financially. And we're all looking for that level of financial freedom that, we hear about, we dream about, and we're just we're putting in our best efforts to get there. And I think that it's only a matter of time until we do. So let's move on to the stocks. All right, so what we're looking at here is the 30-minute chart for Digital Turbine, and you can see the after hours pump that they had. They were actually trading at about 52-ish. Let me see the open, $53 per share, just under it. And then they dropped down to almost $50 per share. And this is a stock that below 60, I think, is a very attractive deal, and actually dropped below 50 for a little while. And I put a video out saying that this is way oversold, and we should see it spring back up from here, and that would make a decent swing trade. And well, by this point, it's up to, in the pre-market hours, $56 per share. And even if this does settle, which I don't think it will, if this does settle, I think it'll be temporary before it still carries us forward from here. There might actually be some day traders in on this one, because we might see enough volatility to really make some easy money out of it from some people. This is one that I'm long-term on and one that I'm bullish on. And the price target right now is like $107 over the next 12 months. So that's almost 2xing from its current price. We are just over that point where it's going to be able to 2x. And I mean, it still could, but just based on the average analyst estimate, we have, what's that, like 114? It says, well, it's 57 right now. It's 56, like 113, 114 if we 2x from here. So I think we get close to that. And I think that would be reasonable as the price target. This is a company that puts in huge growth numbers, and I think that they're going to continue to dominate in their market. So here's the daily chart for it, and you can see the sell-off that they've had all the way from $102 per share, and they held that range for a while, going from about $70 per share up to right around the low 90s, and they even did peak up for a little while up to 102, and then they had a sell-off, and then they were using the 200-day moving average as support and resistance, kind of danced around it for a little while to set the price. And then we had some Google news come out that was not surprising to Digital Turbine, They had already prepared for it years ago, and they already took care of it. They came out and said there's no way, in no way affects our current business, and our revenue should still be good. Our earnings per share should still be good. And so we see that, and now we start to see that base of support form. And now let me see if I can move my cursor here. We're trading up here, so this should be a gap up when the market opens, and that might land us right into resistance at 57. If we can break 57, then we have room up to about $67 per share on this one to move up, unless you count the moving averages in here. So 57 up to 62, up to 65, up to 67. So between the candles and the other lines of resistance that we have, I think that we're going to see that march upward. I think we're going to start seeing that reversal for Digital Turbine moving forward. All right, the next one that I have for you is Lucid, and this one has dropped below $21 per share. I keep on typing in CCIV, my apologies. There we go. Old habits and all that. So no longer Churchill Capital. I think I did that in the last video too, that I still want to type in that CCIV. So here you can see the chart, and you can see the price action that's had recently. And there's just been more SPAC news coming out recently, and CCIV becoming Lucid joining via SPAC. That's something that the SEC came out and said that warrants can be treated as, depending on the situation, they can be either assets or they can be liabilities. And given the recent price that we have for CCIV, it actually, the warrants aren't necessarily something that's going to add to their position, be something that would detract from it a little bit. So that's causing some downward pressure on their stock price. However, we are reaching that production phase for Lucid. The Lucid Air is still expected to come out late 2021. And we're starting to see more news about it being on the roads and the different test drives. Motor Trend and Car and Driver are starting to put out articles on it. That we're starting to build up that excitement for Lucid, and we're starting to get to that production time. So when production actually does hit, maybe October, maybe November, we'll start to see when that really does happen. And I just think that the price, in the short term, I think it would make an excellent swing trade. In the long term, I think it makes an excellent long-term trade. I think that Lucid is one, it's a car company that a lot of people are going to be very excited about, between just the pure power output that it has, the luxury interior feel that it has, and then also on top of that, the battery ranges that it produces. I think that there's going to be a lot of people that are very pleased, and there's also a lot of people that are very excited about Lucid as a company and their position in the luxury car market. So with all that in mind, I think that $20 right now is something that is going to be decent as far as the bottom goes. We can see back here that it did drop down as low as 17. And what I said in my Discord yesterday was that if this thing drops down below 18, to me, that's a total load up period. And remember, this is not financial advice. These are my opinions and reflections. If I see this drop below 20, it starts to become really super attractive as a price. If it drops below, like I said, in my Discord, I'd rather have it like maybe 18, maybe 19. If we did pull all the way back into the 17s, to me, that would be a much bigger load up period, because I think it would be like that coiled spring where you only get so much downward pressure before it jumps back up again. So Lucid, I think, is an incredible opportunity right now, and I hope you take advantage of it. The last one is NIO, and today is August the 31st. And what's significant about that, if you don't know, is that tomorrow they report deliveries. Last month, I think that they were lagging Xpeng and Li as far as deliveries go. They did not change their Q3 guidance for the deliveries for their vehicles, and I believe that number is like 23 to 25,000. I think that that's the range that they've provided. So that'll be in my next video when I do those updates on the expected deliveries for those three car companies. So watch out for that this afternoon. And I really think that NIO, maintaining the guidance because they had a lagging month, this should be a much stronger month for them. And with that, with a delivery surprise, or especially if they give us updated guidance or increased guidance from where they're at, from 23 to 25,000, if they think that they can navigate enough through the chip shortage in order to push above the 25,000, and they are confident enough to say, hey, you know, we were wrong, they give upgraded guidance for their deliveries, we're going to see some serious price action. I think, you know, we'll start clawing our way out of this high 30s range that we've been in. Furthermore, about support, I said in one of my live stream videos earlier in August that I wouldn't be surprised to see NIO pull back to $35 to $36. I'd be very surprised to see it pull back as far as $30. I just think that they've progressed well beyond that, and I think that there's enough stress. Oh my goodness, there's enough support here that they're just going to hold that price. The pressure that we've had, the downward pressure from all the news coming out of China about the different regulations and about delistings and everything, if this is as far as this stock gets pushed down, like there's a lot of downward pressure on it, and it's holding firm in the high 30s. And so as that pressure subsides and as the strong delivery news comes out, I think that we're going to see movement back up into the 40s sooner than later. And once we break into the 40s, we got a nice clear shot up to about that $45 mark, where you currently see the 200-day simple moving average sitting. So NIO is by far my favorite of the Chinese EVs. XPeng, I do like XPeng, and I like Li. I mean, there's something to like about all of them. They're all putting out excellent growth numbers, and they're in an emerging market that is also supposed to put out significant growth over the next several years, over the next decade at least. And well, with that transition, I think that these companies are going to come to big strength in these early moments, or those times to get into them. And NIO, in my opinion, is number one in that space right now. And I think that they're just going to really show us some significant price action by the end of 2021, and then over the next 12 months after that. So by the end of 2022, we're going to see well over 2x from where we're at right now. At least that's my opinion. That's my take on it. And 2022 is still expected to be a really big year for NIO. And if you remember how the exchanges are doing right now in China, right now, they're not doing so hot. That's also downward pressure when you look at companies like this one. So I think that strength is going to turn around for us. I think we're seeing a nice baseline of support being established right now in that mid to high 30s area. And I think it's not long before we push back into the 40s as soon as, well, as early as today. And I'm going to say with strong delivery news as late as tomorrow. So let me summarize. Digital Turbine, yes, they've shot up in the after hours and into the pre-market. And I just think that they're ones that over time are going to easily get back up into the 60s. And then over the next 12 months, we're going to start pushing on that $100 mark. And I just think that there's way too much selling on it, and that they're worth much more than what they're currently putting out. They're trading cheaply compared to their peers. Lucid, I think Lucid, we're holding back for that delivery news that, we could see continued downward pressure, and then we find out that they're starting production. This is the date. This is when they're going to come out. And I think that hype and that rumor is going to return to it. And that, despite the SPAC drama that we have going on, I think that that's not going to be enough to hold it down anymore. And I think we'll see it easily up about, 225% from where it currently sits to the mid 20s, and possibly even pushing us up to $30 on hype before it settles a little bit and we start to kind of digest more rationally that production news and delivery news before it pushes us onto the next bull run that we have for CCIV. And then NIO, watch their guidance, watch their deliveries, because as we find out what's going on there between those two things, that can really affect the price action. And I think it's going to be a good month for them when they report the August deliveries tomorrow. So thank you everyone for stopping by. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Share this out with your friends. Help me grow this channel. The more support you show me, the more support I can show you. And well, in my Discord, a lot of times that translates into cash in your pocket. So why not? Anyway, moving on from there, there's also Moo. There's also Webull. Get those referral links and hit me up over at the Patreon. I'd absolutely love to see you over there. Help me grow the community. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thanks for rocking with me. I'm Dr. Stock. Now go get that money.